If you're earning $1 million, $2 million, $5 million a year, athlete, artist, founder, influencer, top producer, there's one thing you need to understand immediately. Your biggest expense isn't your lifestyle, it's your taxes. High earners don't get crushed because they don't make enough. They get crushed because they don't structure enough. The wealthy don't just focus on earning more, they focus on controlling what they keep. And here's the shift. The goal is not to eliminate income. The goal is to convert earned income into asset-backed income, while legally minimizing tax exposure. Let's walk through it. Say you earn $2 million in a year. If you're in a high-tax state, federal plus state plus local can easily approach 45 to 55%. Call it $1 million gone. Then you've got management fees, agent commissions, advisors, maybe another $300,000 to $400,000 gone. Now your $2 million year feels very different. And if you spend what's left on houses, cars, watches, lifestyle inflation, you're rich on paper and broke in structure. Here's the alternative. You earn $2 million. Instead of consuming it, you deploy it. You take, for example, $1.5 to $1.6 million after expenses. You invest that into income-producing real estate. Not a primary home, not a vacation property, income-producing real estate. Let's assume conservative leverage at 70 to 75%. That $1.6 million could control roughly $4.5 to $5 million in stabilized multifamily. Now here's where high-income earners need to pay attention. Real estate produces depreciation. With cost segregation and accelerated depreciation strategies, fully legal, fully codified in the tax code, that $5 million asset could generate significant paper losses in year one. Those losses can offset earned income, subject to passive activity rules and professional status considerations. You need a qualified CPA and tax strategist for this. But the concept is real. Earned income gets reduced through depreciation and reinvestment. Now what happens next? That same property is producing cash flow. Let's say 6 to 8% on equity conservatively. That's $90,000 to $120,000 annually in passive income. You repeat the process next year. Now you've built, year one, $100,000 passive income. Year two, $200,000 passive income. Year three, $300,000 passive income. Meanwhile, your portfolio size is compounding. After 5 to 8 years of disciplined reinvestment, you could control $30 to $40 million in income-producing assets. Now think about the strategic difference. Your talent income is temporary. Athletic careers end. Music trends shift. Algorithms change. Businesses get disrupted. But stabilized multifamily housing in growing markets? That doesn't retire. Rents rise. Values adjust upward over time. Debt gets inflated away. Now let's go one level deeper. When assets appreciate, you don't sell them. You refinance them. If a $40 million portfolio grows to $60 million over time, you can refinance at conservative loan-to-value ratios. You extract capital. Loan proceeds are not taxable income. You keep ownership. You keep cash flow. You access liquidity. That's how generational wealth is built. Earn, deploy, depreciate, cash flow, refinance, repeat. This is what large companies do. They reinvest earnings into equipment, infrastructure, real assets. They reduce taxable income through reinvestment and depreciation. They grow asset bases. Why should Apple, Amazon, and major REITs understand capital structure, but entertainers and athletes don't? High earners need to stop thinking like employees and start thinking like allocators. Here's the big principle. Earned income is taxed the highest. Passive income and capital gains are taxed differently. Debt proceeds are not taxed as income. Assets appreciate while talent depreciates. If you're in a high-income window, meaning you have a 3 to 8 year peak earning cycle, that is your capital formation phase, not your spending phase. You compress lifestyle. You aggressively reinvest. You reduce taxable income legally through asset acquisition. You build passive income that replaces earned income. By year 8 to 10, your passive income can equal or exceed your career income. Now you're no longer dependent on performance. Your money works longer than your body can. This is not about paying zero taxes recklessly. This is about understanding the tax code incentivizes asset ownership. The government rewards real estate investment, equipment purchases, business expansion, job creation. It does not reward consumption. So here's the formula for high earners. Live below your peak income. Reinvest earned income aggressively. Acquire income-producing real estate. Use depreciation strategically. Build passive income streams. Refinance instead of sell. Transfer assets generationally. Your talent has a shelf life. Your portfolio doesn't. The goal isn't to look rich during your earning window. The goal is to become financially independent before your earning window closes. If you don't convert high-earned income into durable assets, the system will convert it into tax revenue and lifestyle liabilities. If you do convert it properly, you control the board. That's the game. And if you're earning at a high level right now, this is the season to build the machine, not upgrade the watch.